Hello, people of the future. Today isn't Sunday, but we decided to uh, playtest all the same. Oh man, I messed up. Actually, it's fine. All right, there you go. And let's do that. Prepare the galaxy. I've talked to Group 7. And it appears that he has managed to create a deck that doesn't use any ships. So I'd like to try it out and see if it's any good. Meanwhile, we're going to be playing with robots, or drones more specifically, but robots as well. Where is our deck? Red, violet drones. Sweet. Alright. I'll just let him go first. Oh, wait. Oh, then... Yeah, I rolled a 2, but he rolled a 1. Oh, we have some spectators. Sweet, okay. I'll go first then. Alright, so this deck is focused on robots, specifically drones, which are robots that can move around the galaxy. There is no clear distinction. They're both robots. Let's see, what do we have here? Vulture bot? Well, it should be Vulture drone, actually. I forgot to rename this one. You don't gain control of a space. Vulture bot is the only unit on it. Warbot, Mine Drone, Remodel, and Extort. All of this looks pretty good, I think. I'm not really 100% sure how good this deck is. I believe, yeah, we have things that can move. Yeah, I think I'll keep. So today's playtest session is focusing on two strategies that shouldn't be overpowering or really good in any way. Because ships are a fundamental part of Multiverse Cosmic Conquest, and if you're able to create a deck that uses no ships and it's good or better than the others that use ships, then you're undermining a core element of the game, and that doesn't look that great for the design of a game. Same goes here. Drones undermine the whole unit ship dynamic because they are units that can move or are structures that don't require units inside of them to move. Okay, he kept. Let's start the game. Let's add the resource for the turn. And we can just go ahead and play Vulturebot, I think, or Mine Drone. Yeah, let's play Mine Drone. Looks like a good first turn play. Let me just stay on this card for a while. It says Mine Drone can move without units inside of it. At the end of your turn, if there are other objects on the same space as Mine Drone, sacrifice Mine Drone and deal 3 damage to all objects on the same space. So it's a perfect turn 1 play because you don't have anything else on your home planet. And it's sort of a suicide card that you send out and try to destroy something. Vulture Boat is slightly more powerful. It has power, it can attack, but it dies right away. Honestly, these um, these drones are really hard to balance within the dynamics of the game because, as I've said, they undermine the core structure, so they're supposed to be weak. Let's see, what's this? Down an astronomer. Okay, pretty standard turn 1. Back to our turn. We'll add 1 red and 1 violet. And draw a card. Got another mine drone. Well, I'll explore this space. Perfect. Wow, we got really lucky. And I think we can... we can play another mine drone or a vulture bot. I'm not sure really. We might want a vulture bot next because the mine drone sacrifices itself, so it will be able to destroy something on our opponent's home planet. But if there's nothing there, then we won't be able to conquer it. Wait a second. Vulture Bot may be the worst card possible to try to conquer planets with, because it specifically says that it doesn't conquer planets by itself. But yeah, anyway, this test session is mostly to try and balance out these strategies and see how good they are. We're playing them against each other for now, but we'll be playing offline against other sorts of decks. And this drone strategy wasn't really a strategy until really recently, so some of the cards are still a bit wonky and janky and not perfectly balanced between each other. It needs to be there, I think, just as an interesting quirk, but it doesn't have to be good in any way. It just needs to be available there. Okay, so we have another play, a grain farmer. So far, 2 units that are really good units by themselves, but if our mine drone gets to our opponent's home planet, then it will kill both of them. Anyway, back to our turn. Let's draw. Let's add resource. And draw a card. Another vulture bot. Okay, so now it's getting slightly complicated. Well, good thing is we are continuing to draw into these drone cards. Thing is that if we play a drone, say on this space, and if at the end of the turn 2 mine drones are on the same space, then they'll destroy each other. So I think we still want to play it. But one will move forward and one will move to the side. And this will move here, right? Sacrifice any one robot on this space in order to play remote. Turn any robot from the junkyard on to play onto this space. This is a part of a combo actually of itself and the huge robot that costs 8 resource. But we're not playing it because it requires, okay, the combo works that in violet, in the chat message above, this is unrelated to it. Wait. Let me read. I don't think Chef Mulligan. Okay. We have a bit of a rules question. No. it has the speed stat, so there is no need for a ship. Although, honestly, I should have probably made them all structures or units, just decide on one way to make the drones, because right now, like, this is from an earlier build. I have to fix this like really soon, today, tomorrow, so that all of the drones work in the same way. Alright, so I played all of this, and I actually can move. Let's go here. And pass the turn. Alright. Um, wow. Did he just concede? Ah. What just happened? Apparently not. Okay. He just showed me the cards in his hand. Anyway, we have a minister that at the end of your turn, if you didn't attack, gain control of any one planet under no player's control. This is great in combination with the Darren Astronomer and some of the other diplomats. So this is actually a perfect green-blue strategy of exploring and conquering explored spaces. Really standard, expansive strategy. Although I don't see... Okay, it's not really standard because our opponent doesn't use any ships. I keep forgetting that. So that will be interesting to see how this game plan pans out. Anyway, actually, I think my mine drones will just destroy everything on his home planet. Oh, whoops. Adding all the resource. Doing this by hand is a bit tedious. Obviously, the final program will do this automatically in 1 second, so that's why, yeah, it will be much more effective than what I'm doing right now. Much more effective. Adding all the resource. Okay. Done with this. Let's draw a card. Minebot. Similar to Mine Drone. Actually, yeah. The only difference is that this one cannot move, and it doesn't blow up by itself. Yeah, these cards are really similar. The reason they're similar but not um, don't work too well together is that it's been a while since I've tested the robot strategy. That's why I've come back to it. I need to fix this. It's one of the few things still bothering me about the base set. Alright, our opponent has 9 cards in hand. Extort is really bad when our opponent has many cards in hand. Well, I think I'll move forward. This will move as well. This will move as well. This will move there. And I could play Minebot. I'll wait for next turn to play Warbot, giving all of my robots bonus. Okay, so our opponent gained control of tropical planet at the end of the turn, right? Yeah, at the end of the turn. So this turn he'll gain control of this tropical planet. So he's expanding in some sense. Hopefully he'll be able to play something that will defend him against these mine drones. Yeah, you can see that this is a relentless strategy. It just goes forward, and although the cards uh, aren't very powerful and easily defeated, these these ones deal damage to a lot of things all at the same time. They're slightly wonky to use, which is expected, and it's good when something deals damage to everything on the same space. You need to change your strategy around, and it forces you to make some decisions. Right, we have another Dara astronomer. And what else? Minister, grain farmer, and Dharma astronomer. So our opponent has a lot of resource on his home planet. Let me check really quickly here. All right. And it takes control of a card, yeah. It looks like that's the end of his turn, because this effect happens at the end of the turn. Yeah, explore 2 spaces. Looks good. But we got lucky as well. We got 2 geyser planets right right in this front, I don't know what to call it, middle lane. Alright, let's add resource to all of our stuff. Draw a card. Bot Factory, that's a bit late for you, but why not? We can play it. I think we should probably play the Warbot somewhere. Model, sort. Yeah, I'll play the Warbot here. Actually, here. 0 and 1. Right, so all of my robots get a bonus. This has 3 power 2 health, this has 2 power 2 health, this is 3 to 2, 0, 1 2, 1 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and blow something up. I'll go here. These cannot really move. And this can. This cannot. This can. Take control of that. Thank you. And turn card. Well, I don't know that I want to play Extort. Our opponent has 9 cards. He'll be able to play anything he wants anyway. It's good when our opponent has 2 cards and we get rid of both of them. I'll put this here. And yeah, there you go. I believe that's all I can do. So it's the end of turn, and this blows up, right? If there are other objects on the same space as mine drone, sacrifice mine drone, and deals 3 damage to all objects on the same space. So this goes away. It deals 3 damage to all of this. Well, it's technically not GG, but Oh, I do? Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I do. The vulture bots don't conquer spaces, which is probably why I should have turned this sideways and this sideways and this sideways. One, two, three, four, five, six. Or 7 actually. Let's play again. Well, he's still fighting. He's got a bunch of resources. Maybe he'll be able to do something with it. Who's this spectator? I don't think I've ever seen this guy. Alright, thinking. Okay, so from this game, I think we learned that the drone strategy isn't overpowered. I mean, we've won this game because our opponent got unlucky, but as it is, like I tried to make the strongest deck possible with the drones, and it's doesn't look that impressive. I mean, they're all small. That's the idea, though, that it's kind of a swarm strategy. Hover Minister. At the end of your turn, if you didn't attack in control of any one planet under no player's control. Grain Farmer, okay. Well, he's still fighting. Though we can defeat him with the Vulture Bot. Defeat this guy with the Vulture Bot. Still technically not dead, but yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. He still has only 3 or 4 planets under his control. So he's ways away from conquering the whole galaxy. Actually, our Vulture Bot helped out our opponent because we conquered, I mean, we explored 2 spaces, and he'll be able to conquer them later, which is interesting. Okay, adding all of this resource. Okay, let's add it all. Okay, draw a card. It's an extort card. Okay, extort didn't do anything this turn, but okay, let's see if we can use remodel in some way. I don't think I can actually. Oh well. Let's move. Oh wait, our opponent played a grain farmer and also has a Darn astronomer. We'll. Let me think. If we move like this, then we can deal 2 damage to the farmer, 2 damage to the Daran. or actually 3 to the farmer, 3 to the Daran, or we could attack the minister. I don't think I know exactly how this will end. So if we destroy the minister and move with the mine drone, I believe we would win on this spot. Yes, yes. Before the mine drone destroys everything. So okay, we'll move here. Minister deals 3 damage. Um, yeah. And then I move in with the mine drone. So yeah, I win the game before the mine drone explodes. All right. I'll try with a different deck. All right then, let's start a new game. I really like this one though. It's pretty cool how the two strategies that don't go like they don't follow the rules of Multiverse Cosmic Conquest. Of course, they follow the rules, but they're just a bit weird and alternative. Uh, they, yeah, it's fun that both of these decks are actual viable strategies. Except that, I mean, when I say I don't want them to be good, I don't want them to be overpowering the other strategies that work as the game is designed, like within the rules of the game. Alright, so let's start a new game. And I think this time, I mean, I gained enough information from that game alone, so I will fix some of the problems that are inherent with the drones, which I really needed because, as I've said, it's been a while since I fixed those cards and worked on the robots and the drones. They were actually removed almost entirely from the game, but I brought them back just because it's something that Violet would like to do, and it looks like we have our opponent. Hide errors, and let's load a combo deck this time. That previous deck was sort of a aggressive deck. Alright, let's play yellow Outpost combo. Right. You may remember this deck because I've played it once before in previous. Okay, take control of this. In a previous live stream, press Control to group side. But the game has changed quite a bit since then, so I'd like to test it out again. And plus, I'm testing it against also an interesting strategy. This deck wasn't that great, honestly. I see a lot of flaws that can be exploited. Like usually when you play a trading card game and you build a deck, you need to understand what other players are playing and what cards are more popular, all of that. That's called the meta game. Playing the game outside of the game. And this deck doesn't fare well in the meta game. Even though our game is just being tested, the way I've designed it, I can already sort of tell the main themes of the metagame. And obviously the main themes are expansion and aggression and control. Plus your regular ships with units inside of them battling. So this deck, if you don't remember, this deck takes advantage of a card called Outpost, which is this one. And it says you control the planet Outpost is on. So the goal of the game is to put this outpost on our opponent's home planet. I don't know. Let's do... I don't know. I don't have rules for the roles. Alright then, I'll go first again. I'll add 2 yellow resource. This deck is mono yellow. Yellow is the best color by far for dealing with combo decks, so let's see what to do. We'll play Crayola Merchant. Crayola Merchant is a great combo card because it says at the end of your turn you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw a card. So it creates this endless cycle of cards from your deck into your hand. You get rid of whatever you don't need and draw hopefully what you'll need. And I didn't use this guy's ability this turn, but oh well. I forgot, yeah. I'll have to remind myself. As I've said, the goal of the game of this deck is to play Outpost on our opponent's home planet. And to do that, we need a creature, or rather a unit. We need a ship with cargo, 2 or more. And we need 2 resource. And we need to move that ship all the way to our opponent's base. Okay, back to us. Adding 2 resource. Drawing a card. Another Crayola Merchant. So far, I don't think I have any good plays. I will purchase assets. I'll pay 2 resource to draw 2 cards. And at the end of the turn, I will get rid of a card and draw a card. Discard a card. I think I'll get rid of stock investments and draw a card. Ship. Alright, great. This is the perfect ship to start moving forward with the cargo. So I'm not entirely sure that I have other harvest planets in the galaxy. I assume I have. Yeah, I think I have. Although, just to be sure, I think I should play the Boita next turn, and the turn after that we can start moving. And unless our opponent has some sort of answer to this and doesn't win the game faster than we can get to our opponent's home planet, then we should win the game, no problem. Right. Add 1 yellow, 2 yellow, draw a card. Another outpost. The second outpost is a bit useless. I'm going to play the small Boita. And why not? Let's put this guy inside of it. I don't know if I should move. I think I shouldn't, honestly. Just wait. And, yeah, I forgot to discard a card and draw a card again. Man, I'm really not paying much attention. I'm making a lot of small mistakes. But anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. What's this card? A scout. Yeah, makes sense. And a minister. So yeah, it looks like these cards are really good at working together. Unfortunately, without any ships, our opponent is stuck on units, playing units on all of these planets. I don't know if he is able to conquer 10 spaces. We'll have to see then. All right. Adding to resource, drawing a card, and we will put 2 resource onto the Voita. All right, and let's go. Man, I shouldn't have waited. Creole Merchant. Honestly, we could play something. We could play Purchase Assets now. Next turn we'll get to... I don't think it's needed though. I'll just get rid of a card. Get rid of Government Project and draw a card. And draw another one. Good. Next turn. I'm not sure if this deck has some... I mean, our deck, the yellow one, has some protection against damage. I think it's kind of an all-in strategy. What? Okay. For a second, our opponent had 12 green resource. Astronomer, good, good. You'll be able to conquer more planets with the Astronomer than the Scout. So we're seeing kind of the same cards as last time. Yeah, at the end of his turn he explored an empty space, and it's back to us, I think, right? Sure is. Alright. 3 resource here, 2 resource here. Draw a card. Another outpost. Okay. Well, we might be able to play these outposts someplace else. I'm not sure. Well, I'll play a Marchuna here. And just wait a turn, put another Creole Merchant inside of that. Honestly, I don't think we need to draw and discard any more cards. We've got so much resilience or redundancy, I think it's called. Yeah, redundancy. That we don't need to draw any more of any of this. Alright, Darren Sage. We could actually play a Darren Sage just for funsies. Play it here. Draw a card. Small Boita. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we will be able to play it here. Okay, anyway. Think that's it for this turn. Pass it back. Who knows if our opponent figured out our strategy? Because so far it looks like a bunch of cargo ships just going into a straight line, which isn't what cargo ships normally do. They normally spread out. Plus there's this really, really strange 2 resource on the Boita. Really suspicious, I would think. Ooh, okay, so our opponent played Encephal Queen. Whenever our opponent draws a card, you draw a card. Whenever you play an action card, return it to your hand instead of the junkyard after it resolves. Okay, so this is an engine unto itself. It's a really powerful card, and it will draw a bunch of cards to our opponent. Alright, let's add a resource. And we will draw a card and our opponent will draw a card. Fortunately, that's how it works. Now let's move forward. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Darren Sage. Okay, knowing that this Harvest Planet is here, I will probably play the small Boita here and start moving right away. Maybe put 1 resource onto it. What about here? We have purchase assets. We have a Crayola. What's it called? Crayola Merchant. I don't think I need to play it right now. Maybe yeah, I will play it because this way the Shuna. Let's move it to wait, bring to front. This can move twice, right? Yeah. Gets +1 speed if it doesn't have any resource attached to it. So it doesn't have any resource attached to it right now, so we'll move it right there. And I believe we moved this already, right? I think we did. What's the first thing we did? 2 marker, 2 marker. 2 damages hand. Reveals Harvest Planet. Yeah. First thing we did was this. And okay, let's discard a card and draw a card. Let's just show our opponent what we're all about. Let's discard Outpost and let's draw. And your turn. Your move. What? It doesn't... Oh, I was disconnected apparently. Okay. Alright, let's see if our opponent sees our strategy. I mean, if he checks our junkyard, he'll be able to see our outposts. Alright. SFL Queen, our Minister, Darren Scout, all good cards. Nothing against this outpost. I believe I mean, there's nothing our opponent can do unless once we try to and play it. No, actually, yeah, I don't think there is anything. Unless our opponent manages to destroy the Boita or the resource once we move. Populate. Okay. Where did it play? Populate. Our Minister, down Scout, Pacify. From Tropical Planet. I believe this one, right? Or this one. Probably this one. Well, we'll see where the... Oh, the unit goes into the hand, not on to play. Okay. However, he did play it there. Alright. And I think we won. As soon as the turn goes back to us, I will reveal the strategy of this deck. Yeah, so you can build a fine strategy, but I mean, this deck only won because our opponent doesn't have any way of dealing with ships, and his deck only lost because we didn't. We won in a way that's so weird that he couldn't have prepared against this sort of strategy. But that's good. That sometimes there's a rogue strategy that can appear. Okay, we'll add markers. I don't think it's needed. Oh, there's no resource there. There is here, however. And we'll draw a card. Fair trade doesn't really matter. We'll move here. And unless our opponent does something right now, we will play Outpost. Bam! We'll give him a second to realize what happened. Yes. Oh well. It was fun, I'd say. This deck is still effective, I think. Um, its problem is that the cargo ships that it uses aren't powerful. I mean, this Caravella is okay, and it relies on. Can I play a game? I'm a beginner and never played a game here. Want to test my blue deck? Okay, sure. I'll let them play. Problem. Sweet. It looks like we have a new player. Ciao. Waiting for. Right, let's go offline. I think that this is enough for this stream. I'll play PESEC 3D, and yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it up, I guess.